Good afternoon and welcome everybody to homework helper number 1.9. I was looking over the old homework helpers and there's always these little red dots. I don't know what I do. I don't know how to get rid of them. So we're just going to deal with it. I'm so sorry. For 1.9 is pretty simple compared to what we were doing in class. The first two questions ask you just to compare arithmetic and geometric sequences. I hope that you refer to some of the sticky notes that we've done in the past, some of the major things that we've done where we've really kind of broken down, what's going on with arithmetic and what's going down with geometric. Things like adding or subtracting or multiplying or dividing, and some of the different terms like common difference versus common ratio. So go ahead and give that a look over so that you can see the things that are different and the things that are the same. Not going to spend too much time on that. I'm hoping you guys can put that in your own words. But let's go on to the next section where we're talking about set. And I'm actually going to drop down to number 6 here. Because what we're doing is we're trying to find the arithmetic sequence. So that means the thing we have to find is the common difference, which is very much the same thing as trying to find the slope or the rate of change. Rate of delta, rate of change. So to do this, I taught you guys a method today in class. I'm going to slide this up and I'm going to do it one more time for you so that we have the perfect method. Is because I can look at this and take this point and have my delta y over my delta x. My change in y would be 4 minus 16 all over my change in x, which in this case is 4 minus 1. 4 minus 16 becomes negative 12. 4 minus 1 is 3. Negative 12 divided by 3 becomes negative 4. So I know that that is going to be my common difference. So I know I subtract 4 each time. So I get 12, I get 8, I get 4, I get 0. So this here is the key formula. And actually, to generalize it in a way that makes a little bit more sense is that we view these as points, right? These are 2 points. And so this is x and y. So I know that y2, the y of my second point, minus y1, the y of my first point, all over x2 minus x1. So no matter what points I pick, I can use this formula to figure out what my slope or rate of change is, my common difference, and use that to fill it in. All right, next up is more review. We are given some sequences. We are asked to identify whether they're arithmetic, plusing or minusing, geometric, multiplying or dividing, or neither, something else. So, for example, I look at this one, I go from 5 to 9, and then 9 to 13, I can see that I'm adding 4 each step. So f of x is f of x minus 1, and I know my common difference is 4 plus 4. And so my explicit is f of x equals 4x. And then I got to figure out what my 0th term is. So if I were to go backwards, I would get to 1 plus 1. And I'm done. That's it. We've gone over this thoroughly, so make sure that you have this in your notes, all the different arithmetic and geometric sequences. Oh, I'll do it one more time just for fun. So arithmetic, recursive, it's going to be f of x equals f of x minus 1 plus our common difference. Our explicit, it's going to be f of x equals our common difference times x plus our n sub 0, our 0th term of the sequence. That is our arithmetic way of doing it. Slap that down there so you can copy it down. Now let's go ahead and do the same thing, but for geometric, recursive is f of x equals f of x minus 1 times our common ratio. And then our explicit is f of x equals our first term, not our 0th term, but our first term, times our common ratio to the x minus 1 power. But if we happen to have the 0th term instead of the first term, it's still times our common ratio, but this time just to the x power. Alrighty, that's the important information. Hope that helps you. 11 short questions this time around, and we'll come back tomorrow and start to compare them even more. Thanks so much, and good luck on your homework.